really, I'm a very free person.
Absolutely.
You know, the difference between us as panelists is that some of you represent governments, you represent a very prestigious conference where I have been, and it's like Davos. Really, it's great, and you represent a very famous think tank. I'm a journalist, and I have my freedom, so I may even disagree with some of you. And also, you know, much to my surprise, in Brussels they said that I was an influencer. It was a consultancy that said who were the influencers in Brussels. So they said that in Bulgaria, when you say someone is an influencer, it's like a dirty word. But maybe in Brussels it's okay. So maybe this is why Momcilo invited me, and I would like to thank him. It's great to be here and you know, to touch base again. I really enjoy this conference, and each time that I'm invited to, because you know I represent EUALIVE. It's a media that focuses a lot on EU enlargement, and each time that I'm invited to speak about EU enlargement, I speak about the experience of my country of origin, Bulgaria. I live in Belgium in the last 20 years, and EUALIVE is a Brussels media, but originally I'm from Bulgaria, and I covered the whole accession of Bulgaria, which was very dramatic and had also a very big geopolitical background. It's just like today, you know, before it was the 99 NATO bombings in the former Yugoslavia. I was in Belgrade at that time. Today it's the war in Ukraine, and I sort of believe that this is an accelerator for enlargement. In the case of Bulgaria and Romania, it was an accelerator. It definitely was. Bulgaria and Romania joined. They were not ready to join in 2007, but I think an exception was made. That's why they invented the famous cooperation and verification mechanism, which lasted until a couple of years ago. And just imagine if Bulgaria and Romania would not have been admitted in the EU in 2007. It means that we will be together with Montenegro to discuss Bulgaria and Romania's enlargement. And just imagine what Russia would be capable to do, because for them the Black Sea is extremely important. So I failed to imagine. When I was a journalist in those years before Bulgaria's accession, I wrote that if Bulgaria and Romania will not join this time, maybe they will never join. It was to that extent dramatic. You know, we speak a lot about the Western Balkans. We never speak about the Eastern Balkans. The Eastern Balkans, it's Bulgaria and Romania, the successful countries that managed to, escape from the curse of being held for too long in the waiting room. They managed to escape. I was invited in Belgrade to moderate a conference in 2012, I think. The Prime Minister was the current Interior Minister Dacic was the Prime Minister, and I felt like in a totalitarian country, because everybody was so tense. There was a lot of security, and I'm the moderator, but people instruct me to be careful and things like that. And then Dacic comes, and you can feel the tension in the room. It reminded me of the communist times, because I was born in 1958, so I remember communism. So I felt a little bit like this, and I realized that I need to do something to unfreeze this. And I said, okay, I'm originally from Bulgaria. I have been here during the war. When I crossed the bridge Chiflik on 27 May 1999, the bridge was bombed, and it was a near miss, so I could have died on that day. But just to say that I really know the country. And then I said, I wanted to make a compliment to Serbia, saying if 5 years ago somebody told me that the country will become a candidate, I would not believe it. The country had just become a candidate country. And that was the magic moment. Dacic started to laugh, and he said, if somebody had told me 20 years ago that Bulgaria and Romania will become members of the European Union before us, I would never believe it. And he was laughing, and the whole audience exploded, and I was congratulated for the immense success of my moderation. I was richly paid. I don't know how much they pay you, Alba.
Nothing.
Nothing. Well, the Serbs paid. It was a lot of money, you know. I could buy a second-hand car with
Different donors, yes.
but this is not corruption, no. It was just,
Because we have a second.
yeah. And what I want to say is that I'm not so much convinced that Serbia wants really to join the European Union. In that sense, I was a little bit disturbed, you know, by the French perspective, in the sense that if we wait for everyone to be ready, you know, in the case of Bulgaria, the Romanians were very, worried that because of the requirement for Bulgaria to close 4 reactors at the Kozloduy nuclear power plant, that could be an obstacle because Bulgaria and Romania were linked together in the same way as your country was until recently. So my perspective is very clear. Please don't link countries together. It makes no sense. And I think that Montenegro, it's not by chance that Montenegro is an independent country, because I think the very fact that Yugoslavia does not exist is because Montenegro doesn't want to have, you know, Serbia holding it back from this perspective. I'm not really sure that Vucic wants to join. I'm aware that there is no passion about the EU in Serbia, not at all. I can see this passion in other countries, including in your country, Alba, but I cannot see this passion in Serbia, unfortunately. I have passion myself for enlargement, but I don't see it in Serbia. So basically, the front-runners are front-runners. I see 3 front-runners clearly: Montenegro, Albania, and Moldova. Okay. And I think that the 3 countries should have their chances. I think the EU needs good news, and the good news would be a next small enlargement with those 3 countries, not necessarily together, maybe separately, but this could happen by 2028.